Konnichiwa and welcome everybody to Cron Reviews. It's time for number 4 in my little reviewing spree of K-On! Figmas, and it's Tainaka Ritsu, the powerful drummer. And this box, compared to the others, are the wider type. Well, simply and logically because of her large drums. And this box is yellow. Otherwise it's the same type of classroom art here. It says Figma. There are the poses on the back. And there is the character on the side. And on the top, and the same on the bottom. Now I really like this character of Ritsu because both her and Yui are, especially in combination, they are both very, they don't take anything seriously. They're pretty laid back and carefree, and in combination especially, and doing pranks and stuff, it's probably the best parts of the show. The combination of Yui and Ritsu doing their stuff. So they are somewhat very alike, yet totally different characters. So each character in K-On! Really have its place in the for a greater purpose of the cast. Alright, here she is, Tainaka Ritsu, the drummer of the band After School Tea Time in K-On! And I've checked the figure out a little bit, and I think the sculpture is for most part just as good as the others. The only thing that affects the sculpture itself compared to some newer Figmas are the chest joint, which is a separate torso part, instead of on newer Figmas there are soft piece. The lower piece of her shirt are soft. On a newer Figma it would be soft all the way and bend instead. It's a small deal, so it's nothing I really bother about. I just wanted to point it out. The sculpture overall, the face and the uniform and everything, is really spot on. And what makes this figure, just like the others, but this one, specifically this one, more different than the rest of the cast, is the fact that Ritsu have her uniform open, so you can see the white shirt under, compared to all the other Figmas and characters, because that's how it is in the series, have the uniform properly closed. However, they still have different body casts because of different body types, and I think that's really great too. But this one is the most unique character in the way of clothing, and also it's one of the more enjoyable characters. So together with Yui are my two favorites. So yeah, let's check a close look and the articulation. And this is quite perfectly Ritsu's happy face. And there is also good sculpture and clean paint job. And this part is soft, and the lower part here are soft, and the skirt are soft. So the ball jointed legs can move quite well. Pretty limitless actually. There's of course knee joints and ball jointed feet. I think this is the first time I start with the legs and go upwards. I usually start with the head. Right, and the torso joint. However, this torso joint works better though than the soft ones on the first Figmas of K-On! With the regular uniform, because when the uniform are closed it makes a little resistance even if it's soft, making it hard to move because it's cast. Newer Figmas have a little opening in the soft part here to make less limitations because of a full cast around it. Quite logical, but also hard to explain in words. Right, arms are ball jointed too, and there are elbow joints. And this one, just like the other K on Figmas, surprisingly have the peg jointed hands. And of course, ball jointed head. And she stands very well, even without a stand. That means you don't need a stand if you will display her with the drums and stuff. Right, there is of course Figma stand and Figma bag. And surprisingly, just like Asusa, she also comes with this part, extension part for long hairs. And actually it's only Mio and Mugi who actually needs this part, so I got a lot of reserves of those now. Here are a set of hands. And like all the others seem to have is additional shoes. And there is 2 extra faces. This a little bit, yeah, she looks almost like she's about to cry, and I will explain that expression just in a minute. With this more happy and a little bit cocky expression. And this part is quite funny, that you can use if Mio have hitting her in the head. There's 2 types. This, and there's also this with doubles, like that. And that's for the crying expression. Right. There's also these pieces that you should be careful not to lose, and it's the drumsticks. Without them she can't drum unless she are smacking them with her hands. And right. Now the main part of the accessories is the massive drum set, which is this component and those cymbals, and the chair, or what to call it, that you sit on. And there is of course these extra cymbals too. And there is also 3 of the smaller drum parts. I'm not too much into instruments and stuff, so I don't need exactly, I don't know exactly the names of everything. I just listen to the music. I don't know much about it as such. And the pedals here. Right, there's also, for assembling the drums, an instruction manual. I will use this to put them together and have the full set put together in the next part of the review, where you can see her all posed up. Alright, I have assembled the drum set, and it's not that complicated. You just know to know which bit that goes into which slot. Right, for now I put her on the Figma base, and here's a better look at the set itself. It's really nicely done, with clean paint job and nice amount of components and everything, making it pretty detailed. And this part is separate, and I put the share bit here on in order to yeah, it's logical that it is there. You have to excuse me that I behave like a zombie somewhat. It's because I'm pretty tired, and it's a mixed feeling of happiness over getting this Figma and tiredness of too little sleep at night and stuff. To compare with the next largest instrument, I'm gonna put Mugi here, and I'm also going to put Mio and Asusa like this. I'm putting them further back in order to get the idea of the size of Ritsu. Ritsu is a little bit shorter than Miyu and the others. Well, not Asusa, but Asusa and Ritsu, I think, are the shortest of the characters. Yui somewhere in between, and Miyu, I think, is the tallest. It's nothing I really put that much on memory. Right. I'm going to also show you, put the drums aside for now, and just show you the figure itself a little bit closer. I think that's good. Yeah, so I chose to keep the happy expression because the other ones didn't fit this the band playing together display thing. However, I'm going to have a lot of fun with the other faces later on when I do some more unserious and just funny displays with the different characters, because there are many nice faces and many nice components to have fun with for displays with the K-On! Figmas, and I really like that. And I really like, they're all very limitless for posing too, and for being older Figmas compared to the newer ones, those keeps up with the quality more than well, I must say. There are loads of other older Figmas that have more issues with the quality compared to these new ones. I can assure that these Figmas are highly recommendable for Figma collectors and especially K-On! Fans, because there are so much nice contents and everything that will make you satisfied. And Ritsu comes with most content of all because of the massive drums. Not that there aren't other Figmas with massive accessories like Black Rock Shooter and those, but still it's very nice to have a full drum set in a Figma and all that, and iconic faces and funny effect parts such as what do you call them when those balls on the head when she's hit by Miyu. So yeah, you can have a lot of fun with those, and I highly recommend them. So until next time, take care and sayonara.